And we're back now at 8:37 with today's professionals. Here to tackle the day's hot topics, Star Jones, Nancy Snyderman, and sitting in for Donnie this morning. Give it up for Mika Brzezinski, co-host of MSNBC's Morning Joe. Welcome, Mika. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here because the first topic is Miley Cyrus and those VMAs and her performance there. You were very outspoken about this on your show yesterday. You called her performance disturbing.
It was.
We know where you stand on it. Let me ask you the next question then. Some parents groups are now saying someone at MTV needs to be fired because of what went on the air that night. How do you feel about it?
Absolutely. Somebody should be fired.
It's hard to believe there weren't parents at MTV who couldn't have put two and two together.
But didn't we expect this? MTV pushes the envelope every single year. Did you not expect that they would try to go to the next level?
There's pushing the envelope, and there's porn. There's raunchy porn that's disgusting and disturbing. And seeing a young girl, a 20-year-old young woman, literally in the process of her undoing, and everyone clapping for it and being disturbed by it and talking about it and showing it, which I hope we don't. Mika, I don't want to see it. Don't show it here on my segment, please. Here with you guys, please don't show it.
Listen, no one disagrees that it was really ratchet, and I agree with you on that. But I think it speaks more to young women thinking that being over-sexualized is a way to be seen and to be heard, and that's more about us.
That's exactly what we don't want our young girls to be.
That's what she's feeling, as if in order to be seen in America, to be seen in her business, she must be.
She can't even figure out who she is at this point.
Excuse me, Miley Cyrus has been.
I agree with Star on this. I think the only thing that surprises me is that we're surprised. Right. She is a paid performer. She's trying to bridge the gap. Let me just say, she's trying to bridge the gap between adolescent star and adult star. She's on the most provocative award show of the year, taking part in the most provocative song of the summer. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying the fact that we're in the media now being surprised by it is ridiculous.
No, I've got my parent hat on. Sorry, I'm not a member of the media right now.
Right now you are.
Sorry, not so. Where are the parental guidelines to take a child from Hannah Montana to the next stage
Hannah Montana
without
is dead. Didn't you see that on television last night?
Guys,
Hannah Montana died a long time ago.
Matt and Star, over-sexualized is one thing. Is it sexual to stick your face in the back of a life-size teddy bear and stick your tongue out? We're talking about raunch.
We're not talking about two different things. Yes. We're talking about one is a level of taste and over the line. We all agree on that.
Yes.
The other is the fact that we're all running around talking about it. You know what? Instead of getting criticized, she should get an A+ for accomplishing exactly what she wanted to accomplish.
We should denounce it afterwards. Why do you think she didn't show up?
There are probably a lot of other reasons. Let's move on. How about this one? All right. Starting next spring, at 200 colleges across the country, graduating students will be able to volunteer to take a test. It's kind of an exit version of the SATs, and prospective employers will look at the score you get on that test and be able to judge how you'll fare in the workplace. How do we feel about this?
Well, I actually like this whole idea because I think when you're looking at what a person's core values are and whether or not they will fit within a particular corporate structure or work environment, not just your grade point average is the evaluation. I think it's a good idea.
Look, I knew I wanted to be a doctor since I was in 3rd grade, so I don't know what the test would have told me about how I was going to do in medical school and residency. My concern is that we continue to narrow the herd looking for this person who hasn't even emerged until they're 28 and 30. I'm not so sure these core value things work.
I was not a good test taker, so I wouldn't have a job.
Me either. That's my big fear. I didn't do well on the SATs. Why am I going to do well on the story after college?
And you know what? Look who you were then and who you are now.
What
common threads does a test possibly have told you?
By the way, you know who should be nervous about this test? Colleges. Because they take your kids and they say, we're giving them a great education. If they do poorly at the end, it makes them look bad.
For $50,000 a year?
But your core values don't change. Who you are at 20 years old in your core is who you will be.
Well, let's hope for Cyrus. That's not the case.
Let me end on this one, all right? A budget offshoot of Singapore Airlines called Scoot, now offering a new thing. For $14 or so extra, you can buy a ticket and you can sit on their plane in a kid-free zone. Who's up for that?
I'll take it anytime.
No kids under 12, by the way.
I'll take it anytime, any place.
Yeah? Would you pay more than $14?
Yeah, I definitely pay more than $14. I don't have any problem with it whatsoever. It's a long flight, and I can sit somewhere where it's quiet. Yes, I'll pay it. Give me the
if you want to be a social pariah when you look at businessmen's faces, walk on with your baby. Been there. No, they
I love babies.
But businessmen do not love us when we walk on with our babies. So I personally would not do it because, frankly, I think it's anti-mother.
From what I've read on Twitter recently, I think people would pay not to sit next to me. So, whatever.
By the way,
I'd pay $12 to sit next to you.
Thank you.
It's the front few rows of economy. Can you imagine? You pay the extra money, you get stuck in the last row of the kid-free zone with kids right behind
you. So
you.
you get the diaper zone and the toilet.
Exactly.
Zone. All right, I'm paying.
Star,
Send me a bill.
Dr. Nancy Mika, good to have you here.